Hey guys, today we have Ehsan Ali and he is fresher from computer science and engineering. And those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Hey, hello Ehsan, how are you?
Hello, sir. I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Yes, I am also good. Shall we start?
Yes, sir. We can start.
Okay. So Ehsan, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh.
I'm Hassan Ali, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
pursuing my graduation from
Mm-hmm.
Gujarat Group of Institute. I'm a
Okay.
final year student.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, I've working on library management system. I've done
Okay.
one of the project called number guessing system.
Okay.
Uh, Number guessing system is basically you'll get an opportunity.
Uh-huh.
It's a basically game where you get
Okay.
10 opportunity to guess a number. So
Okay.
you'll get 10 chances, and then if you weren't able to guess the number within that 10 chances, you lost again. And if
Mm-hmm.
you're able to guess within that 10 chances, you win the game. That is number guessing game. And recently, I'm working on library management system.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Java.
So you are using Java in library management system. Any framework?
Yes, sir. I'm recently learning Spring Boot as a framework
Okay,
in Java.
recently learning. But
Yes,
creating that library management system from core Java, or you are
only core
using
Java.
only
Yes,
core
sir.
Java.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Using OOPS concepts and all.
using OOPS concepts. Okay. So how many classes you have created in library management system? Can you name
So,
few of them?
yes, sir. One classes was for adding books.
Okay.
One classes was for uh, if you want to take the books,
Uh-huh.
and similar all the classes have designed.
Okay. Okay, it's fine. Moving ahead. Can you please tell me the difference between JVM, JRE, and JDK?
JVM stand for Java Virtual Machine.
Mm-hmm.
JDK stand for Java Development Kit,
Okay.
and JRE stand for Java Runtime Environment.
Okay.
JDK is a combination of JVM and JRE.
Okay.
So Java Virtual Machine is that when we run the program,
Mm-hmm.
the compilation is JVM is responsible for compiling the program.
Okay.
When we compile the program, we get
Uh-huh.
a dot class file,
Okay.
and JRE is responsible for running that dot class file. As we
Okay.
know that Java is considered as an uh, independent platform, independent language.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get dot class file after
Mm-hmm.
compiling JVM,
Mm-hmm.
so we can run any software irrespective
Mm-hmm.
of JRE. Means that system should have JRE, and then we can
Mm-hmm.
write that class file. So JDK is basically combination of JVM and JRE,
Mm-hmm.
and JVM is responsible for compiling those
Mm-hmm.
program that we write. And
Okay.
yes,
Okay. Uh, can a Java application be run without installing the JRE?
Java application. No, sir. I think because
Okay.
compilation can be done, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever we looking for the output that not be seen.
Okay.
Means see, there is two things: compile time and run time.
Okay.
Compilation is being done by the JVM. Meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
for running the there will be need JR.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we cannot do. But
Yes, sir.
nowadays there are some tools are coming like jailing. And so we can use those, right?
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not available.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So is it possible to have the JDK installed without having the JRE?
So JTK is basically combination of means JTK is whole package of JVM and JR.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
whenever we install JTK, we automatically JRE is installed.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
What are the key components of JVM architecture?
the components of JVM architecture.
Architecture. For example, class loader, runtime data areas, execution engine.
Uh, I'm not aware of
Okay.
this.
Okay. It's fine. Are you aware about the heap memory and stack memory?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Yes, please
So
go
there
ahead.
is yeah. So there
Mm-hmm.
in memory management there is two area: heap
Uh-huh.
area and stack area.
Okay.
So whenever we use memories, means variables,
Uh-huh.
we use heap areas.
Okay.
and then whenever we create objects and all, which is whenever we create objects, so that will go on heap area.
Okay. Okay. Which is faster to access between heap and stack?
Heap area is faster.
Heap is faster. How?
Heap is faster. Sorry, but I think according to me, heap is faster.
Okay. So stack uses LIFO, last in first out.
Stack uses last in first out.
And heap use dynamic memory allocation objects.
Yes.
So because of this dynamic memory allocation, it's a basically more complex management. So heap uses more complex management than stack. So due to this, stack is little faster than heap.
Okay.
So Ahsan, actually, I would like to share one important thing with you. We had launched complete interview preparation material recently, structured step by step by myself, experts, and MNC's interviewers. And the best part is that now no one need to go anywhere else to prepare interviews. There is a 99% chance that interviewers will ask questions from this material. So basically, it contains a lot of material categorized by experience level. Means freshers have a different material and experience levels has a different material. Okay. It contain all possible interview question and answer for Java, Spring Framework, Maven, Git, Spring Boot, Spring Security, etc., etc. Right? I have provided a link to get this in below description. And if someone need this material plus 2 real enterprise client projects for reference with code plus one-on-one lifetime doubt sessions and referrals to the big MNCs, then they should check the interview preparation kit. I will provide the link of this as well in the description below. Okay. So now moving to our interview. How does garbage collection work in Java?
Garbage collection, basically garbage collection is whenever we use memory management, whenever we like update memories, whenever we initialize any variables, and then updations memories and all the other variables which is used in memory management, that are being managed by the garbage management, garbage collection means.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Have you heard about finalized method in garbage collection?
Finalized. I have not heard. Like I have heard of finally keyword.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
It's finally keyword I have heard.
Finally keyword. Yeah, that is different. That's for, I think, exception and all.
Yeah, that exception one, yes.
Yeah. So basically, finalize method is called by the garbage collector on an object when it determines that there is no more references to the object. But yes, it is deprecated now. Now we are using some different things like close method and some other. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know the algorithm that JVM uses for garbage collection?
Algorithm that JVM uses.
JVM uses like mark sweep, mark compact, generational copying.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So moving ahead, is Java 100% object-oriented programming language?
Yesterday only I have heard that it's not 100%, but it is far better than C++.
Okay.
You can say that 99%. We can
say it's partially object-oriented.
Yes. But better than C++. C++ is not considered as a fully
object. Yeah. Okay. What are the advantages of Java being partially object-oriented? Since we know Java is not fully object-oriented, right? Java is partially object-oriented. So what are its benefits of being partially object-oriented? Do we have any benefits of being partial object-oriented?
I think, sir, whenever we require means if our Java is a 100% programming language, means object-oriented, means we need to create object, right? But when we left some points that somewhere, whenever we need to like add a number, we don't need to create an object for that. We can do add by using variables and all, then we can sum up the numbers. So for that we don't need to create an object and all.
Okay.
And if Java becomes 100% object, we need to create an object. And I think using means if we create an object, it will use memory space. So in terms of memory management, we can say that it's better that it's not 100% object oriented.
Okay. So do you know why Java is not 100% object oriented? Like because of what reasons?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah, let me tell you. So Java is considered not considered as 100% object oriented because it uses primitive types like int, char, etc. Small int, right? We
Yes,
can
yes,
use caps int, eger, that is a class or object, right? But
yes, sir.
we have this int int, small char. Okay, so that's why this is not 100% object oriented. So in order to make a 100% object oriented programming language should not contain this, should not have these variables like int, char, right? They don't store any object or things, right? So yeah, that's why Java is not considered as 100% object oriented.
Okay.
And what are the benefits of Java being partially object oriented is we can use simple non-object types like integers and booleans. We don't need to always use objects, right? Because we have this primitive type, so we can use non-objects that runs faster. This is the first
Okay.
advantage. And second is we have more flexibility. I mean, we can use primitive, non-primitive data types, means objects and non-objects types together. Okay, so
Okay,
yes.
sir.
Okay, so moving ahead, what is the use of object-oriented programming language in enterprise projects?
So, talking about object oriented, so whenever in object oriented programming language, there are the
Mm-hmm.
four major pillar concepts.
Okay.
Like we have inheritance,
Mm-hmm.
we have uh, polymorphism, we
Uh-huh.
have encapsulation, we
Uh-huh.
have, yeah, class and objects. So these are the major four concepts are there.
Okay.
So using this concept, what it helps to reduce the code complexity.
Uh-huh.
So whenever we're building an enterprise project,
Mm-hmm.
so that means it helps us to reuse the codes.
Okay.
Reusability of code
Mm-hmm.
is the one major advantage. Another is
Mm-hmm.
it reduces the number of lines of codes.
Mm-hmm.
The code complexity we used to get reduced using those concepts while building the enterprise applications.
Mm-hmm.
It helps us to overcome that.
Correct, correct. Okay. Okay. So Asan, you know the entry point of Java program, like public static void main string args. Do you know about this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you explain each term, like why what is public here, what is static here, what is void here? I mean, why is public, why is static, why void?
So, sir, whenever we have a Java program,
Uh-huh.
we write first class and class name. Inside
Okay.
that, we write main method,
Okay.
right? So the main method is completely like public,
Mm-hmm.
static, void,
Mm-hmm.
main.
Mm-hmm.
So public is basically we can say it's uh, how we say that, means access modifier. Na public means
Mm-hmm.
the main method is accessible anywhere, means anyone
Mm-hmm.
can access it. It's an
Mm-hmm.
access modifier.
Okay.
If we use private, it will be in like encapsulation will go on. So whenever we use main method, it
Mm-hmm.
should be in public, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the
Okay.
next is static.
Static.
Static, yeah,
Mm.
static is a keyword, right? It
Okay.
used in memory management. Whenever we like,
Okay.
as we know that main method is a driver method.
Mm-hmm.
Main method is considered the driver method for the whole
Mm-hmm.
program. And
Mm-hmm.
so in memory management, whenever we use a static keyword,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that static keyword means a main method as a class level method.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And then public static void. See, main method is not responsible for returning anything to any other classes.
Okay.
So
Got it.
we use void because void doesn't return anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't use any return keyword
Mm-hmm.
as last executing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Okay.
main is a keyword. We cannot create any method using a small main. So
Okay.
this main is main is a keyword of Java, which
Mm.
identifies that this is the main method, this is the driver method.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. And what is string args?
Yeah, string args is string along with it's how we said parenthesis, na capital
Mm-hmm.
parenthesis.
Mm-hmm.
So that is array. It's represent an array.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of arg we can write anything. It's just a name of that array. So it will store all the stuff in form of array, in string array. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Correct. Okay, so what will happen if we declare if we don't declare the main method as a static?
So, whenever we whenever we compile, whenever JVM encounter, whenever JVM have to compile the program, JVM first task is to find for the main method, driver method. If we have already, means whenever we use a method, if other than main method we have defined any other method in the class, so we need to call that method in the main method, right? Because if you're not calling it into the main method, means the writing of that method is no use, because it's not going to get compiled. So according to me, if we are writing a class without main method, that will not compile, I think.
Okay, yeah, it's correct. JVM will not be able to compile because it is not having a static as a keyword, and it will turn an error. Main method is not static in class. Okay, something like that.
Yes.
Okay. So moving ahead, can we override the main method?
Can we override the main method? Yes, sir, we can override the main method.
Okay.
We can override.
Okay.
I have seen somewhere that we can override main method.
Can we override the static methods?
I'm not sure about it, but I think we can override even a static method also.
No, actually we cannot override the static methods.
Okay.
Yeah, because they belongs to the class area. Static methods don't need an object to be called.
Yes. Yes. Because if we are defining any method out of main method, but if we are using a static keyword along with that method, so we don't need to define any object. We don't need to create any object to call it inside the method. Yes.
So and main is a static. Okay. Can we overload the main method?
Main overloading. The concept of overloading is basically the name should be same, but difference in parameters. It may be difference in return type or difference in parameter. The concept of overloading is that. But I think we can overload, sir. I'm not sure if, but
yes,
since
we
the concept
can
is about
overload the main method. Let's
just
say
because just because that we just need to have the name only same, but the functionality is different. So we can overload, right?
Can JVM execute our overloaded main method?
JVM.
Let's say we have overloaded a method. We have changed the parameters instead of string house, we just change anything int, something like that. Can JVM execute our overloaded main method?
I'm not sure about it, but I think it will not overload. I think so.
Yeah, it will not override because JVM only calls the original main method.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's the first task to identify the driver method.
Yeah. Okay. So moving ahead, what's the difference between primitive data types and non-primitive data types?
So a primitive data type used to store a single value. Meanwhile, non-primitive data type store multiple values. For example, we can say integer int is a primitive data type. Meanwhile, string comes under a non-primitive data type. Arrays comes under non-primitive data type because it can store multiple values.
And what about integer? integer.
Integer is basically, I think, it's an object, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an object, so I think it will fall on the.
Can primitive data types be null?
Can primitive data type null? No, I think it will not be null because whenever we define primitive data type, we need to initialize that. Null defines that we don't have any value, but whenever we define perimeter data type, we need to define either it's character or it's a integer value.
Correct. Can we declare pointer in Java?
No, sir. This is
No.
one of the major concept that pointer. Java doesn't allow pointer concepts in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
That's why
difference?
that's why we never use not like whenever we call the method, we can there is two type means there is two ways to calling method, like calling by values, calling by reference. But Java doesn't support calling by reference just because it doesn't have pointer.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we can say that pointer is not acceptable in Java.
Okay. Or what's the difference between double equal and dot equals in Java?
So double equals, whenever we compare, so it's like relative uh, relative operator na, which return boolean result either in true or false. So double equals is like it will compare the value, but when it comes in terms of string or in terms of character, we use dot equals method to compare string. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What are the wrapper classes?
Wrapper classes, we use integers, right? Ints, integers, the like characters. So these are considered as a wrapper class.
Okay. Why do we need wrapper classes?
I think I'm not sure yet, but I think whenever we use wrapper class, I think we don't need to create any object because it's a predefined object, I think. Is that
Are
right?
wrapper classes final and immutable?
Are wrapper class final and
Immutable.
wrapper class are, I think, immutable. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
they are final and immutable. Okay. So we use wrapper classes because first they are final and immutable and they provide some methods, inbuilt methods. For example, parse int, value of,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
they
sir.
also provides a feature of autoboxing and unboxing.
Yeah, so
So
we
we
use
will
parsing method for the conversion method. No, if we have to, yeah.
Yeah. And one more question. In collection, we use wrapper class as a data type, right? Instead of int, small int, int.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes, sir. In
Why?
collections, we use. I'm not, but I've used that, but I'm not about that why we use. But I've used that whenever we use array list or whenever we use hash sets. The data type we provide is that integer, capital integer, capital characters, and all.
So
So
it's the reason is it's simple because Java collection frameworks can only hold objects and not primitive data types. It's a built-in feature. So wrapper classes allow primitive values to be treated as objects,
okay.
enabling them to be stored and managed within these collections. Okay. Yeah. So as we were discussing something about unboxing and autoboxing, can you tell me the difference between unboxing and autoboxing?
Unboxing and autoboxing. Sorry, sir, I don't have idea. But
Okay. So basically, autoboxing automatically converts a primitive types like int to its corresponding wrapper class like integer.
okay.
And unboxing does the reverse, converting the integer back to an int.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, it converts from a primitive to object type, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
This concept is called autoboxing and unboxing. These are the just concepts only. It happens automatically. Java do these things automatically. For example, we have defined
But
int.
the concept, the name of the concept is given autoboxing and unboxing, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So moving ahead, have you worked with try, catch, finally block in exception handling?
Yes, sir. I have worked with try, catch, and finally.
Okay. Can you please rate yourself out of 10 how good you are in try, catch, finally, and catching exception handlings things?
Means I can say that I have used a regular basis, but I have used. Yeah. So
Okay.
if I have used something on a regular basis, means I'm like little master on it, right? But I'm not using that on a regular basis. So I will rate around 6 only out of 10.
6 only.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I know the concept, how it works and all. So
But you know
according to
the
that, I'm giving.
concepts. I can
Yeah,
ask some
because
good
if I'm using,
questions.
say, if, yeah, so,
Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's start with try catch exception. Can you please explain the role of each try catch and finally block?
so a try, catch, and finally is a concept of exception handling,
Uh-huh.
where try and catch works as like if else, that if a try works, catch
Mm-hmm.
won't work. If something is error find by the try block within the
Mm-hmm.
try block, then
Mm-hmm.
catch will work.
Okay.
Talking about finally is a keyword
Mm-hmm.
which is which defines that it need to work at any cost. It
Mm-hmm.
has to work at any cost. It is means by default it is defined likewise only, that at any cost it need to run. So
Mm-hmm.
I think, for example, we have went to our ATM every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in ATM, what we do is that whenever either our transaction gets successful or fail, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
At last we get like thank you, right? We receive a response from at the end, thank you, visiting again.
Okay.
Something concept like that we get, right? So
Got it.
that
Got it.
we will, yeah, that will come under finally, because your transaction may accepted or rejected, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The finally has the yeah, motive to run at any cost. Yeah, so we can say that try and catch is like if else, meanwhile finally has to run
Okay.
at any cost. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. What happens if a return statement is executed inside the try or catch block? Does the finally block still execute?
Sir, I'm not aware of the return system, but if we use exit method na, in either try or
Uh,
in try or catch,
uh,
the finally doesn't execute over there, because whenever we use execute method, what is that it execute from there itself. So I
mhm.
think even in terms of return also, it may like finally may not run, because
Okay.
return also have
But
the
what
same.
about a return statement?
In case of return also, it may not run, maybe because the motive of return is that it need to get returned to the main method, means to the
Mm.
method. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
that's maybe.
yeah, finally block executes even if a return statement is used in try catch. For
Okay.
exit or system crash, it finally block will not be executed, as you already said this.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is it possible to execute a program without a catch block?
Yes, sir, it is possible to run, but it we are not sure that if we will not write catch,
Mm-hmm.
so it will means we have also now we know the concept like try catch
Mm-hmm.
and try with the finally also we have done. So
Mm-hmm.
try with the finally means that we are not using catch and it's running. So we can
Mm-hmm.
say that without using catch also the try will run. And if
Mm-hmm.
we find some error in try blocks, they may not get executed, but the try block will execute, as per my knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, correct. How does exception handling with try catch finally affect the performance of Java application?
I think using try and catch for the Java, any Java application is a plus point, because yeah, it's considered to be a plus point for the Java application, because whenever we use a try and catch block for the any
Mm-hmm.
application, first it will find go for the error, and we
Mm-hmm.
already, if we are aware about that this error may come, so
Mm-hmm.
at the time only we can write the solution in the catch block. Means if we are aware of like if we are writing a program and we are aware that this may return out of index out of bound error, or this
Mm-hmm.
may return zero out of zero not division,
Mm-hmm.
this type of error, so we can write in the catch itself, and
Mm-hmm.
that will not throw the error. Instead it will execute the catch block and the final output will be displayed. So I think using try and catch block for any application is considered with a plus point only.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Got it. So, mm, can we write multiple finally blocks in Java?
Yes, sir, we can write multiple final block. There is no error, I think. It will
What's the
execute.
difference between checked and unchecked exception? Okay, so let me first correct that question. Can we write multiple final blocks in Java? So the answer is no. Each try can only have only one finally block.
Okay, sir.
Okay, multiple final blocks are not allowed. You can try and see what error you would get. Okay, now
Okay,
moving ahead. What is exception and the difference between checked and unchecked exception?
checked and unchecked exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
I have read the
Oh, it's
concept, but
fine.
I'm
It's
not.
fine.
Yeah.
Because it's not a real interview. I'm just taking your mock
Yes, sir,
interview.
yes.
Parallelly, I'm just teaching you like what's the correct answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a great learning for you as well as for me, right? Yeah. So it's fine. So let me tell you, the exception is unwanted event that occurs during the execution of program and disruption the flow. Checked exception. Have you heard about IO exception? These must be handled or declared. Unchecked exception.
IO exception, yes. Input output exception,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
This is checked exception. Checked exception must be declared or handled. Unchecked exception do not be declared or caught. For example, null pointer exception. We don't declare this. We just get this sometimes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, okay, I got that.
Yeah. Okay. So how would you handle multiple exceptions in a single catch block?
By creating multiple objects,
Uh, yeah, I think
because
this.
whenever
Uh,
we write in a catch block, we
uh-huh.
define every exception with a object name.
Uh-huh.
So by using colon, I think
Mm-hmm.
commas,
Okay.
we can write multiple exceptions with a multiple object name.
Okay. 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 It's fine. But yeah, the correct answer is have you heard about pipe statement? Pipe. There is a symbol pipe, just like a straight line.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
We can use the pipe symbol between the
Or method,
multiple
yeah, it's
exceptions.
considered as or.
No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
Or is two pipe. Or means two
Or
pipe.
single means
Yeah,
single.
single.
Okay,
Yeah, we can use single pipe to handle the multiple exceptions in a single catch block. For example, we can put null pointer exception pipe, IO exception pipe, something like that. Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah. So try catch, why I was emphasizing in try catch block because it is very, very important when you will work on a real company. For example, you are placed now, you started working on some good projects for a real company. Then exceptions are very, very important. Very important exceptions are. So these try catch block, these are very, very basic things in terms of real enterprise projects. So in real enterprise projects, we have global exceptions and a lot of exceptions related concepts. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So moving ahead. Mm, uh, 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 do you know about string pool?
String pool.
Uh,
It's as per I know, it's a part of memory management only now, like heap area and stack area. It's a
uh,
string pool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Correct, correct.
yeah. So whenever we use string pool, is that
Mm.
whenever we create objects, I think we use string
Uh-huh,
pool.
uh-huh.
Yes.
All the strings you find in the program are stored in this string pool.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
All the strings are defined in program as string. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Can you tell me what is string and what is string buffer?
Okay. So string and string buffer.
Mm-hmm.
So string is not exactly, it's not a primitive data type, but
Mm-hmm.
it is immutable or
Okay.
mutable, means it is not changeable, I mean to say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So whenever we define a string, so that string is not changeable. I think it's, we cannot append the string, or we cannot like delete the string, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the concept called string buffer is introduced with the, like whenever we write string buffer, we create an object, right?
Mm-hmm.
String buffer is name of the string buffer with a new
Mm-hmm.
keyword which is responsible for creating an object, and a string buffer.
Mm-hmm.
So string buffer holds some methods like
Mm-hmm.
dot append, means
Mm-hmm.
if, yeah, so if we have a string like Ali
Mm-hmm.
and I want to make it Hassan Ali,
Mm-hmm.
so if we write in a string, it will not append, it will not do, means they are restricted that they will not do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Meanwhile, yeah, a string buffer is responsible for making it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is the
Okay.
basic difference.
It's fine. Can you give me a scenario where string buffer is better than string?
String buffer is better than string.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think I don't know whether you know or not, but yeah, this is for experience level. I think this question is for experience level candidate. Let me tell you. Uh, have you worked with multi-threaded server application?
I have not
No,
worked
I
with
think no.
multi-thread software, but I have know with the concept, multi-threading concept.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so we use string buffer. I mean, string buffer is more appropriate than string in a multi-threaded server application where multiple threads modify a shared string, such as constructing a complex log entry concurrently from different threads.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you know string is immutable.
Yes, sir.
So why is string is immutable?
That's I don't know, but it is
Okay.
immutable, that I know. Means we cannot change it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it
So,
is
but we can,
immutable. Uh-huh.
so but we can, for changing that string, we use plus method. Now concat we can use and we can append.
Uh-huh. Correct,
We don't,
correct.
yeah, so we don't need to create an object. But I have
Mm-hmm.
used in my solving problems on lead code and gigs for gigs. I
Mm-hmm.
use the string only for appending, but
Mm-hmm.
using plus operator, yeah, and I use it.
Okay,
So
got it.
I never went for building an string builder, making
Uh-huh.
objects and all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's
I
fine, fine.
just use string
So do you know what are packages?
packages.
Packages in Java, in Java compiler, oh sorry, editor, we create some packages, and inside packages we create classes while creating a project, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So packages, basically we have multiple classes in a single file.
Come again? I didn't get it.
So packages basically means we can have multiple classes, multiple files in a single file. Na? Means
Mm-hmm.
package is one thing, and under package we can have multiple files, multiple classes we can have.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, they are help in
It's,
organizing classes, interfaces into groups, naming conflicts, project
yeah,
structure,
basically it
etc.,
works
etc.
as a folder
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
for managing those stuff. Yeah.
okay, okay. Mm-hmm. What are access modifiers?
In Java, there are 4 access modifier: public, private,
Mm-hmm.
default,
Mm-hmm.
public, private,
Public,
default.
protected, default, and private,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. Private. Yeah. Protected.
Mm-hmm.
Public, protected, private, and default. Yes. Oh.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay. So, tell me one thing. Have you used getters and setters?
Getter and setter method.
Mm-hmm.
I've not used, but I have idea of that what it is. Like we
Mm-hmm.
use, yeah, we used to get whenever we want to fetch something, we use get
Mm-hmm.
method.
Mm-hmm.
It is used in like interface and all. Not interface. It is used in, sorry, encapsulation. I think, I'm not sure, but I've used somewhere.
Getter setters means, let's say we have created a class and we have created few fields, for example, int ID, int password, something like that, and we are just creating getter setters to get and set this value, get ID, set
Yes,
ID,
yes, sir,
get
yes, sir.
password, set password.
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, can a top level class be private or protected in Java? Top level class.
Can be private or protected. Yes.
Okay. So no, a level class cannot be private or protected because it restricts access, making it unusable from any other classes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
We cannot.
yeah. Yeah, okay, Ahsan. It's done from my end, and it was a nice interview. You know a
Okay.
lot of things. It's very, very nice. So,
So
yes.
I'm more into solving problems on various platforms. So I use means I'm on to like DSL learning and all, and I'm like use Java as a language. As a language only, I'm using Java for
Okay.
solving those problems and all. Yeah.
Which